This is a quote that popped up when I was doing a meditation the other day, and it's from Martin Luther King Jr. And it says, "Peace is not merely a distant goal that we seek, but a means by which we arrive at that goal." So this is something that's been coming up quite a bit. Like, how do you get to a place, whether it's a goal or something that you want to shift or change in your life? How do you get there? How do you change something in your life, reach a goal, create something new, or potentially help your kids or others shift their lives? So we know that worrying doesn't help, even though that can be a go-to when something is happening in our lives that we don't like, that we're having difficulty with, or if there's other people in our lives, our kids or other people that we know that are struggling, we tend to kind of go to worry, right? And that does not help. That does not help them, and it doesn't help you, because what it does with you is it pulls your vibration down, right? And we need to keep at a higher vibrating energy point to be able to help anyone, whether it's ourselves or others. So focusing on what you don't want, which is basically what you're doing when you worry, is going to bring you more of that, of what you don't want. Okay. So that's the first thing that I want to share around that. And then I have a number of steps that are meant to help guide you through shifting something, right? There are 6 steps that I've identified that I'm going to share with you today. Step number 1 is identifying the worry, the problem, or the experience that you want to change, whether that's for yourself or someone else, it doesn't matter, right? Step 2 is determining what you want instead. So it's easy when you're going to worry to think about like all the possible things that could happen that aren't good. But if you can stop yourself in that moment and decide, okay, this isn't what I want. This thought, this worry, this anxiety, whatever's coming up is not helpful. And what do I want instead of that? Right? So determine what it is that you want instead, whatever the goal is, the desire, the dream, the wish, the outcome, whatever it is that you want instead of what you're worrying about. Because the worry and even fear, which I love the acronym for false expectations appearing real. Usually 9 times out of 10, what you fear never happens. And so you're spending a lot of energy, putting a lot of emotion towards something that you don't want, right? So what do you want instead? That's step 2, identifying what you want instead. Step 3 to shifting this is explore how it will feel when you have that, when you experience that, when X happens, right? So I really encourage you to think about this from the space of it already is. Okay. So imagine that your son or your child has something going on that you're worrying about, right? What will it be like when they call and let you know they landed an amazing job and they're going to get paid, a ton of money, or they got accepted to whatever school, or they sold, a bunch of their products? What is that? Identifying what it is that would be fun for them to call you about. So imagine that they're calling you if it's someone else. Or imagine that you are calling a friend and sharing your good news with them, right? And what I want you to do with that is write down all the words that you can think of associated with those feelings. So are you feeling joy? Are you feeling excitement? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling grateful? Are you feeling just peace or calm? Are you feeling safe, secure? Are you feeling relaxed? What are those words? And write down all the words that you can think of associated with those feelings. So that's step number 3. Step number 4 to shift things is to choose, out of all those words that you wrote down, choose 3 words that encompass how you want to feel when X happens, whatever your goal, your desire, your dream, your wish, your outcome is. That would be X, right? So choose 3 words that encompass how you want to feel when that happens, and then write those down. And if you can, create an acronym with them. Something like, let's say egg would be your acronym. Excited, grateful, and giddy might be your words. And then that acronym that you would use is egg, right? And something that is going to be easy for you to remember. You can, of course, put it on an index card, something like that. So whenever you start to worry about, so this is going to be step 5 to shift. Whenever you find yourself thinking negatively about the circumstance or worrying about it, stop, right? This is important to catch yourself. Stop. Then look at your 3 words and get into the feeling place of that. What can you feel in this example? What can you feel excited about right now? It doesn't have to have anything to do with your outcome, your dream, your goal, your desire. It doesn't have to have anything to do with that. But what can you feel excited about right now? What are you grateful for right now? And how can you feel giddy right now in this moment? And do that. Okay, so that's step 5. And then you're going to repeat step 5 until that dream is a reality, right? Like you'll just keep repeating that step, catching yourself anytime you start to worry and getting into the feeling place of what it is that you want to create instead. And then step 6 is also really important. And this is taking action. So as you create this new neural pathway, so when we have a worry or a fear, we tend to have a neural pathway that has been, kind of a groove that's been created, and we fall into that same thing again and again. This process helps you shift that. So as you create this new neural pathway, new inspirations, new ideas, new thoughts that will come to you, then it's really important that you take action on these fresh thoughts. And this is where the flow happens, right? When you shift the way that you feel so that you're already feeling the way you want to feel when you've created X, Y, or Z, and you then have some new ideas coming in and you take action on those ideas, that's where you get into the flow, right? It's not a super complicated process. When you're looking at experiencing anything physical, you can use the same process for that. How do you want to feel instead? Oh, I want to feel good. I want to feel relaxed. I want to feel no tension in the morning when I wake up. I want my face to feel good. I want my body to feel good, whatever it is that's been bothering you. So you can use this same process on virtually anything. So whether it's a physical body thing, whether it's some circumstance that you're worried about, a person in your life that you're worried about, you can use this process. I'd love for you to put a comment below or let me know what was the biggest aha moment that you had from this, and what is the challenge that you are going to try this process with, because I might have some more ideas or thoughts related to your specific challenge or concern or whatever it is that you're dealing with emotionally, physically, spiritually, etc. Right? So that's what I've got for you guys today. Have an amazing, amazing day, and we'll see you on the next video.